Can you put your finger on just what's at the root of some of these defensive issues? Is it inexperience?
More or less. Like, first of all, let's give them credit. It's a good basketball team. They won 23 games last year. Obviously, they have some transfer, but their transfers, have experience, and I think there's a really good chance they end up winning the Horizon League. We knew we were going to have a chance to outscore them today. Felt pretty good on where we were on the offensive end defensively. Just kind of lost our head there in the fourth quarter and didn't quite keep our foot on the gas. I mean, we gave up 43 through 3 quarters. I feel pretty good about that. And then defensively, just kind of lost our head. And whether that's just maybe is it the fourth quarter? Is it are we tired? Are we just not understanding rotations? Are we trying to make plays instead of doing what we ask? It's stuff that we can look at the tape and find a way to get better. First game of the year, you always don't want to be great, but obviously we'd love to not give up 34 points in the fourth quarter. But we found a way to hang on, and some kids made some tough shots for us.
Can you talk about the decision to shake up the starting lineup and just how?
I think something. There's a good chance we change it again on Sunday, but that's just a team thing, and we decided to make a change for this game, and I think Sunday you'll probably see something different.
And then Lana was a focal point for the offense early on. How valuable was that to just get her confidence and get her going on the offensive end? Yeah,
I mean she's going to be a load for a lot of people we play. Obviously Sunday's going to be a little bit different, going to get somebody her own size. So it'll be good to see her bang and KP2 bang against those types of players. So her and KP are learning angles and trying to get better. I tell you all the time, they want to be great, and you can see it on their face when they make a mistake on the defensive end or something goes the way it wasn't supposed to go, the way they weren't supposed to do it. They're frustrated with themselves because they want to be great for our team, and because of that, those two have a chance to be special.
Coach, as far as Destiny Lombard's contributions, I mean, not just the 20 points, but the 4 steals too. I mean, can you talk about the kind of pressure she brings on the ball and how difficult it's gonna maybe be for other teams trying to
it gives Rashonda a little bit of a break, there to be the ball hawk kind of the whole game. Dez's line, the 3 turnovers, gotta stop her throwing the ball across the court like that. It's like Josh Allen throwing the ball across the field or something down in the red zone. But just a competitor, wants to compete, wants to guard. Now on the ball, she's really great. Team defense is where we've got to lock in and focus in on what we're doing. And we got a lot of tape to watch on Friday when we come back.
Coach, how do you feel like as far as the team defense is concerned? Do you feel like you were maybe able to kind of make a step forward, compared to the Indiana Tech game?
I thought we were really solid for 3 quarters until the fourth quarter. Really felt good. Even there in the second quarter, giving up 19 wasn't ideal, but I thought for the most part we were kind of locked in. It was more scout-based errors. I think they had 30 at halftime. We counted 14 scout, where we didn't take away the proper shoulder, or we closed out on a non-shooter, and they, stuff like that. And then in the second half it became team rotational stuff. So we'll, we can be better guarding the basketball. A lot of drop step, open ups, getting in the paint. We struggled with guarding the basketball off the bounce today, and then they had us in rotation. So we'll get better.
Last question out of me. As far as the fact that you had all 10 players, log at least 10 minutes, is that by design to have so many interchangeable pieces? Like, do you feel more comfortable about the depth and putting players in positions where they can make a little bit more compared to last year?
Yeah, I love our ball club. I love how deep we can go. Just making sure when we sub, and whether it's the first group, second group, or we're intermixed, we're just locked into what we're trying to do. I think because we want to play up tempo, having 10 players who can play and us feel comfortable out there gives us a little bit of room to breathe over there on the sideline.
Kenny, what is the expectation of growth now that you've got one regular season game and you've got a couple games before Notre Dame?
Yeah, I think we're always going to compete. I don't know what's going to happen on Sunday. I know we're going to compete. We're going to compete for 40 minutes. Obviously, a really good ball club. We've been working hard upstairs to try to figure out how do we put us in the best chance to have success against a top 5 team. Did they score? But did we rotate the way we're asking them to rotate? Did Hannah Hidalgo just make a play because she's Hannah Hidalgo, but were we dropping down and rotating the way, did Olivia Miles do something to us? It's those things, right? Sometimes you can guard perfectly, and the offense is just better. So that's going to be our growth, and probably it maybe won't be recognizable to a lot of people outside of our locker room, but really those are the only people that matter if we can continue to get better at what we're trying to get better at.
5 new starters from this season compared to last season, the season opener. How is it difficult as a coach to kind of prepare a team while also know that you've had that player overhaul from season to season?
Yeah, this is, I've had some comfort in the last years with who we've been able to start and, to come out here and have a new group. And, I walk in the locker room and our group is pissed. Like, they're frustrated that they gave up 34 in the fourth quarter. That's why, guys, we won a basketball game. It's okay. We'll get better. But to see them frustrated with, that they didn't quite finish the game the way they thought they should have, it means we've got a competitive group. At the same time, that's a team over there that won 23 games last year, returned 3 of their top 4 scorers, understood what they were doing, and I'll tell you what, their 3-2 zone was not any garbage high school 3-2 zone. That's the real deal, and it gave us some fits for a little bit. It's just the defensive end. We got to figure it out.
What did you initially learn about your club playing in the half court? You had tremendous success in transition,
yeah.
But now, what do you take out of what you tried to do in the half court tonight?
Yeah, for us to be able to take things from timeouts to what we were wanting to do against the zone, I thought we did a good job. Now, I think Des got a 3 on an execution. We went in and out. I think KP missed one. I think Reagan missed a free throw line jumper where we were trying to move the ball and do some certain things against their zone. But they did take from what we wanted to do ATO and try to execute it. And there was a time where just play basketball, play off instinct. And there were some times when it didn't work, but some good stuff for us. So, Notre Dame doesn't play a 3-2. They do play 2-3 if they do get out of a man. So we'll have to be a little bit more prepared for what now Notre Dame wants to do. But I didn't mind how we were in the offense, in the half court. Score 87. I don't know what we got in transition. 17 in fast break points, but in the half court for us to put up 87 for a team that has been struggling to score the basketball here the last couple of years, got to feel pretty good about it.
We've talked off and on in the offseason about Destiny, and obviously she came in with really good defensive credentials, but just how she has upped her offensive game to where she is.
Yeah.
I think somebody that you're going to kind of lean on, on that side of the ball.
Just really wiry and kind of understands, what we're trying to do on that side of the ball. We'll fix the other side of the ball, but she's a shot maker, and in her ability to get in the paint and finish. 3 turnovers is kind of funky for her because she does do a good job of taking care of the basketball. But you watch her at her previous school, and her job was to throw the ball to the post. Get steals, go score layups, and throw the ball to the post, and it's really how they ran their offense. So as the summer progressed, and you started to see her that this kid was really skilled offensively. Now if we can just get her to lock into what we're trying to do on the other end, we'll be in good shape.
And just the combination of Lana and Kendall, and they've set a pretty good bar in their first game of what that production could look like. But just to have those two kind of play off each other, even though they're not in the game at the same time. But
there'll be times when we will play together. Obviously, today was going to be tough against a team that was going to space us out. Want to make sure we're trying to put Lana and KP in the best position to be successful in the defensive end. And those guys will study tape hard. Got to get KP to the boards a little bit more, and I think that's something she'll see. But you get 29 and 11 from both of them in their first college game. I think, like I said, I just think those two are just going to keep getting better.
Anything else?
All right. Thanks, y'all.
Thanks, Coach.